Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Vlog World. In this video, I'm going to talk about my interview experience when I was a fresher, and I'll also talk about my interview experience as a master's student. I will also talk about my progress over the period of years. When I was a fresher, my coding skills were bad, my communication skills were bad, and I would say my personal skills are also not that good. I was mostly focused on getting good grades, and how did you get good grades without understanding coding? You can ask me that, and I would say I will mug up all the codes, and that's how I cleared my lab exams. If you're an undergrad student and if you want to pursue a career in IT, I would strongly suggest you to not do that. Please understand how networking works, how coding works, because that will help you a lot in your career in IT. Now I told you how I cleared my exams, right? I will also rate myself back in 2017. I would say my coding skills is 4 out of 10, my communication skills are 3 out of 10, and my aptitude skills are pretty decent. I would say 7 out of 10. So from this you can guess me, I'm a pretty average student, but I used to get good grades. Grades doesn't matter, that's what I'm trying to say in this video. So what happened is the company placement time came. We were preparing for the interviews in the 6th semester. You should start preparing for interview from at least 3rd semester, but I started preparing for interview from 6th semester. That is pretty late, but at least I started. So I was improving my coding skills. I used to ask my brother, please help me to understand coding. He's a software developer, so he was the one who helped me to understand coding. He broke down the logic to the base level, and he explained me everything. Even he explained me all the stupid questions that I asked him. I would definitely recommend all of you to get guidance from someone to understand the coding aspects, the base of coding properly. From that you can develop on yourself. So what happened is the companies came and the companies were divided into multiple tiers. Close to 80 plus companies came to our campus for placements, and it was split into Super Dream and Bulk companies. Me and my friend who is currently pursuing masters in California had a competition with us. We just used to count how many companies we got rejected. Not about getting selected, we were counting how many companies we got rejected. It was like, day we got rejected in this company, day you are out, me I am out. So it was a fun thing between us for first few companies, but after that things got serious. So what happened is the first Amazon, Staff Labs and all big companies came, and I did not get selected in any of the round. I attended the first round and I got rejected. That is what was happening back then, but I did not care. I knew that my potential is not up to companies like Amazon, so I was focused more on improving my skills during that period. Then what happened is my coding skills improved from 4 out of 10 to 5 out of 10. I would say I was able to understand arrays properly, strings properly, and there was a company called Nation Star Mortgage, and I cleared the first round of that company. After 15 companies, I guess that was the first company I cleared, and I was very happy. I was like, oh, finally I got selected to second round. And the second one was a data structure round, and they asked me to build a website like Amazon for groceries, and I had no clue how to do that. I was using structures and I was trying to do something, but I was rejected in that company. Then I attended multiple companies. I got selected to few companies to the next round, but I was rejected again. I never had an experience of in-person interview until I attended bulk companies. The bulk companies came: CTS, TCS, Infosys and Wipro. So the entire university will compete. Till now these companies were IT companies, so IT and CS department were competing, and EC students might compete with us, but now for bulk companies the entire university was competing with us. And CTS was the first company. My main target was to get selected in TCS or Accenture. That was my goal. At least I should get selected in one of these bulk companies. So what happened is when CTS came, I cleared the first round. The next round was the in-person interview. There was a big panel of 50 interviewers, and they were interviewing candidates. I was a little afraid because I never had that in-person interview experience. When I started my interview, they asked me, tell me about yourself. Complete disaster. I was saying random stuff. I did practice, but it was a complete disaster. Then they asked me few questions like inheritance and Whoops concept. I am very good in answering theoretical questions, but in that interview I messed up completely. I would say I was saying random stuff. In inheritance itself I was giving wrong examples, and I myself knew that I got rejected at that point itself. After the interview got over, I asked the interviewer how was my performance, and he literally told me like you should have more clarity and you should improve your communication skills. That was a a proper feedback from him, I would say. And I knew I was rejected, so I was waiting for the result announcement, and I got rejected. And I was pretty disappointed that day, because I personally felt I was not even able to get selected in CTS. My friend and me, who were keeping tabs of the number of companies we got rejected, he got selected. I was happy for him, but I personally felt I was not able to clear a bulk company. I personally was very disappointed at that time. I thought I could have done better. I thought I should have projected myself better to the interviewer, and I was very sad for a day, because I thought I missed an opportunity. After 2 days, we had Infosys, so it's not. So I thought it's time to practice more for Infosys, and I asked my brother again. I asked him, please, we'll have mock interview, and I had mock interview with him, and I prepared for aptitude as well. Infosys aptitude is pretty hard. They filter out most of the students in the first round itself. In CTS, in case of CTS, more than 200 plus students were selected to the second round. In case of Infosys, only 50 plus students were selected to the second round. So I got selected. I was very happy, and I thought this is my last one more opportunity, so I should not miss it. So I prepared a lot, and again the day of interview came. When I went to the interview, again the first question was, tell me about yourself, and I personally felt I did a way better job presenting myself to the interviewer compared to CTS. I did stutter a little bit, but it was way better. Then they asked me all the theoretical questions like OSI layers, and they asked me a few networking questions. I was able to answer all those questions properly, because it's theoretical questions. And after that, they asked me about the project. I did a small Android calculator app. I showed them that, and they asked me what my hobbies were, and I told I'm pretty interested in creating Photoshop posters and other stuff, and I showed my work I did for my university. The interview was done, and I got selected. Then the next company was Accenture. They had a group discussion round. It was around 7 to 8 people are in a room, and we are trying to share our opinions on a topic. I personally felt I did say 2 points, but I thought I did not put my points properly forward. So again, I got rejected in Accenture. Then I had an interview with Wipro, and I got selected in Wipro. My target was CTS and Accenture. I got rejected in both of those companies, and I got offer from Infosys and Wipro. And I chose Infosys. I had to choose one out of the two companies, so I chose Infosys. And that's how my bulk interview experience went. I'll talk about my other interview experience in the upcoming videos. But what I would recommend freshers is, even though you may be good at communication skills, or you may be way better than me in technical skills, but what I would suggest is practice a lot. Practice in front of mirror, practice with a person, ask honest feedback from them, try to emulate different interview scenarios, and then answer the questions, because the way you answer is very important. When you are in an in-person interview, it's a completely different ball game. You can practice a lot, but at that moment, how you present yourself is very important. So I would suggest all the freshers to practice a lot. Even now, before I go to interview, I practice a lot, so I would suggest you to practice. And I'll talk about my Nokia and other interview experiences in the upcoming videos. Hope this series will be of great help to you guys. If you find this video useful, subscribe to Vlog World, and thanks for watching.